Warpriest Wiki.
Hi, this is Ida Rose for Orcs.com, the video game wiki. Today we are going over how to complete the Warpriest encounter and the challenge for the Warpriest. Now, the Warpriest challenge is fairly simple to explain. No one guardian can hold the aura of the initiate twice during the battle. So the fight itself isn't too hard to explain, but there is a bit to do, and naturally everyone needs to be careful. Also, if you're going to die, please die after you have held the aura, and don't be more than, don't be death number 2 or 3. So the fire team needs to break up into 3 pairs. One goes to the upper left or the top plate. 2 stay in the entryway where you are going to want to move around where you are seeing this video footage, along the front below the stage where the Warpriest is. And finally, the last pair goes on the right hand side. All sides have cover to prevent the Warpriest from directly attacking you. To get to damage phase, go through and kill all the adds. Eventually, a Hollow Knight will spawn for each side. Once all 3 Hallowed Knights are killed, the glyph sequence will start. One person, predetermined, will call out which glyph is active at that point. The order is very important, and the plates must be activated in order to ensure you get the most potential time to damage the Warpriest. The final person to activate their plate will receive the aura of the initiate. You're the different one. The person with the brand or the aura, take your pick, they are not to damage the Warpriest. You can throw a little damage that way, but your focus is going to be the adds and watching your timer. Now, aura of the initiate, if it hits 0, will kill you. However, if you kill one of the numerous adds which are running around in the entryway, this will reset your timer. You can have up to 5 stacks. So, in order to maximize this, naturally, you want to get the kill as low on the timer as possible. You can do maybe 3 to 4 seconds of damage against the Warpriest, then immediately you need to turn your attention to the adds and taking them out. Everyone else, your job is to damage Oryx. It helps immensely to have a Night Stalker so they can use their Shadow Shot on the Warpriest, as well as having 1 or 2 Titans with blessings, but more importantly, weapons of light to augment both health and increase damage. Save your bubble for damage phase. Now, you will notice as this fight goes on, the monoliths disappear. There's a reason why I said you have 4 damage phases, because at most, you have 4 damage phases to kill this boss, and each time it gets substantially harder. When the first monolith is gone, the Warpriest gains the blindy attack of the taken captains. With the second one gone, then it gets the attack from the taken centurions launching the axiom bolts. When the third one's gone, actually forget. But you generally don't want to get there. Alright. Those are the risks. Strategy to complete this. Fighting the Warpriest itself isn't that hard, as you've seen. Almost always, it does take a little while for the team to find the groove, but it's not that hard to actually get through the different phases. So, you go through, you kill the adds, you get to the Hollowed Knights, you do the call out, then begins damage phase. Where damage phase happens is also important. The predominant strategy that's been used is the first time you get the brand of the initiate, you go to the right hand side and begin damaging the Warpriest from there. After that, for the second and possibly third, if it gets that far, for the second and third time you drop down into the middle and crouch behind the small stone rise that's found just behind the middle plate. Inflict damage as much as possible with the person bearing the brand calling out what stack they are on, and then on the final stack giving a countdown so everyone knows just where it all stands. Now, one of the most important parts. getting out of damage phase and returning to your positions. Timing is everything. Once the Warpriest calls on the power of the Oculus, you need to simply be in the shadow of one of the monoliths. That's the only way this is going to work. If you are not in the shadow of the monolith, you will die. I say this from experience. You will die. Once you see the message appear that the Warpriest has drawn on the power of the monolith, and you see the monolith itself dissolve, then you're safe to actually leave that area, even if it's still bright white, and return to your position. All you have to do is rinse and repeat this, get through the challenge, and you will complete it. Alright, this has been Rose for Orcs.com, the video game wiki. Certainly hope you found this video informative. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date on all of our video game tutorials and coverage.